What is up, YouTube? Hope you guys having a wonderful day. I've been through stages of my life of trying out different things just to, feel successful, feel productive, and be a performative, high value man. And I can honestly say that at the end of the day, bro, it doesn't matter what other people say or what other people recommend you do. If if it helps you do what you got to do at the end of the day, then it's not a big deal. It only affects it only affects when you start hurting people's feelings, you start neglecting yourself, and now you're like fat, miserable, lonely, and you just can't handle it anymore. And I can honestly say I'm going to be gooning until I die. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with gooning, just as long as you're not hurting nobody and you're not, you know, avoiding anything that needs to be done, like paying your bills, cleaning out the trash can. Regardless what people say about my room, it doesn't even matter. It's my room. Like you don't know anything about what I do or what, I'm capable of. All you're going off is what you see instead of what I'm saying. So, it's not a big deal. But for the most part, goon until you realize that it's affecting what you need to do to stay alive in this life. Because as a man, you go through so much frustration, hate, stress, and you carry this backpack. You carry all that in a backpack that's weighing down on your shoulders every single day. And they expect you to perform no matter what. And, you know, a lot of men have given up. I can't truly give up because of the fact that there's so much things in life that I haven't seen and witnessed. And the future is just like too bright to see. And I just gotta, reach that light just to see what's, at the end of the tunnel. Most people, have already, realized what they see, but in reality, they haven't seen nothing. It's just their insecurities and their current emotions that's affecting them to get to the destination of where they want to be in life. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to happen the next day. I'm just saying that if it helps you get to the next day or to the next week, then it's not a problem. But once you realize that it's, kind of something you're trying to change or it's not the same feeling no more, then eventually you'll just, stop doing it. But for me, on the other hand, I work a lot. Like, I mean, I'm like loading like 60, 70 tons of weight 5 to 6 days a week. And I am not joking when I talk about this. The amount of like sheer stress that my body goes through is unbelievable to the point where I have already conditioned my mind and body to this amount of pain and suffering. So the best thing I can do is to relieve as much stress as I can and do whatever it means to relieve. And no, I'm not talking about smoking crack or doing coke. I'm talking about what needs to be done at the end of the day as a straight male individual. Because, yes, I understand it is hard and tough to get it out here. It's hard and tough. But if it makes you live another day, well, so be it. It's not that big of a deal. I went through stages of NoFap, semen retention, just to break in like 2 to 3 months in because of the amount of stress and frustration I've been through. Yes, they'll tell you, meditate through that stress. But if you look at all these like NoFap semen retention influencers, they're 9 times out of 10, they're unemployed and they don't work a job that requires a lot of physical labor. They don't even look like they even stepped into a warehouse or a factory. They look like they're just behind a computer all day playing video games or just doom scrolling all day on their phone, living with their parents and collecting unemployment checks or doing whatever just to get by. It's kind of crazy how a lot of people just, they don't judge a book by its cover because we don't want to seem like we're coming off as like negative or off-putting or overly sensitive, when in reality you should do all of it. Like, I have no problems with people throwing hate my way. I love haters. Haters are literally the most honest people in my life, whether they see it or not. And I love all the comments I get, whether it's good or bad. At the end of the day, it's it's feedback. And feedback is what really keeps the mind going. And if you understand that ego literally feeds your body and feeds your body with energy, then you're kind of like set up for life, especially as a man. But who am I to say? All I'm saying is that I'm gooning until I die. And don't let anybody tell you what you can't or can't do, because men have desires at the end of the day. And if you don't feed them, then I guess you're just going to lay in that stress. So be it. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later.